Thank you very much indeed. Yes, we recorded just a few seconds ago here the Tipperary team coming out on the field. And the Sliabh na Mon followers here in huge numbers. Indeed, I met some Sliabh na Mon Association people from Kilkenny who are here today saying they're looking for some sponsorship. 2 days out, two Sundays running, and it has been mighty costly, I'm told. But they have terrific support. I think the support is just about divided 50-50 between the two counties. And the guest of honour, well, who's inside in this? Just outside near the Atlantic Pond, on Taoiseach, guest of honour this afternoon, arriving to see the Guinness Munster final replay here, along with about 40,000 others, maybe 4,000 in all, I would estimate, here in Páirc Uí Chaoimh this afternoon. And let's take a check on the two teams. Then we'll start with Limerick, who began the week by selecting Gary Kirby. Then there was the great fear of a fractured skull. As it happens, the situation is not as serious, and after taking medical advice, Gary has been chosen at centre half forward. Two highly influential subs from last Sunday's start this week: Frankie Carroll on the right wing and Mike Galligan on the left, giving the Shannonsiders an even more familiar 1994 All-Ireland final look about their team. Relegated to the subs bench are Shane O'Neill and Pádraig Tobin. And the Limerick substitutes, well, the obvious ones that might come on in a crisis would be Shane O'Neill there, number 18. You've also got to fancy the chances of some people like Pádraig Tobin and maybe Barry Foley as well. Pádraig known as Podge Tobin, he's the number 17. So let's now look at Tip's side for the afternoon here. The start of our double bill here on Network 2. And Tip make two changes in personnel from the drawn encounter. Paul Delaney returns to left half back, where he began his championship career back in 1987, while Nicky English has started at top of the left. Tommy Dunn is the unlucky one to lose out. Otherwise, it's a side that features Brian O'Mara and Conal Bonnar in midfield, with Michael Cleary and John Lahey on the flanks in Tip's attack. And where the Tip substitutions are concerned, as you heard Tomás Mulcahy say a little while ago there, you really have to fancy a bench that has a player of the calibre of Aidan Ryan to come in, Tommy Dunn as well, Kevin Tucker maybe also, and well served in defence also. This was recorded just a little while ago. It was Ciaran Carey who won the toss, but he did not indicate which way at that stage he was going to play. But I can tell you now, it will be Limerick playing from right to left in the first half. There is almost no breeze to concern ourselves about this afternoon. Perfect day for hurling, and let's now wish both sides the very best. We're hoping for a flowing game, and as Ciaran Carey was saying to me after the match last Sunday, there's no way we're going to let Tip get 10 points up on this occasion. I think the message was also clear: if they do allow Tip to go 10 up, they can forget about victory. Conal Bonnar, who'll operate in midfield this afternoon. And in the last 13 championship meetings of these two counties, well, it's been very evenly matched. 5 wins apiece and 3 draws on the last of those just 7 days ago. Michael Cleary having a big role to play in this match this afternoon. Really started very positively at right half forward, and as the last day, it'll be tipped from left to right as we watch it here. But now we've come to Páirc Uí Chaoimh, which is a marvellous setting here. The pitch in wonderful condition, and on a still afternoon, not very much sun about, little humidity, and it should be okay for the players on both teams. Michael Ryan there, suspended after actions taken in last year's match against Waterford. Nicky English back with the fray, and this afternoon there's going to be a minute's silence. JJ Fennessy, who's been associated with Schools GAA over the past, passed away during the past week. And also Bat O'Mahony, who is the father of Tony O'Mahony, former chairman of the Cork County Board. He also died recently, and we send our sympathies to both families, players and supporters here, observing the minute silence. Ribam Cleha, Con Sluig Shasavarisht, Lahaig Aronavian. Here's our national anthem. That's a Lion Pipe Band in place just in front of us. for the first time. The crowd almost beating the band to the end of our Ron Nadean there. But after the disturbances in the northern part of our country over the past week, how wonderful it is to be able to turn to sport on the Sunday afterwards. Joe O'Leary takes charge, the school teacher, teaches here in Cork. Delaney then trying to get that first delivery out towards his half forwards. Gathered well here. Start of last Sunday, Liam Cowell. Nice ball across, dangerously so for Nicky English, looking for the first score. And indications that has gone just to the right. First wide of the match, first challenge then for Tipperary. And a movement that started at the opposite end.
Yes, again we've seen the quick ball with Tipperary again. We saw that again there last weekend, and I'm sure Limerick are going to be trying to stamp their authority from the first minute today. They can't afford to give Tipperary the start that they got last week, and it'll be interesting to see how they cope in the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Breeze not a factor. Puck out towards Liam McGrath. Knocked forward there well. Michael Cleary keeping it going towards Brian O'Mara. Inside towards Declan Ryan. Lets it run on, however. Came off the boot of Mike Nash. Back to Declan Ryan. Fortunate to get it back. But an imperfect shot after all of that. 2 attacks, 2 wides. This came back rather fortunately off the boot there of Mike Nash. Back as far as Declan Ryan, but the Conalty Rossmore man couldn't put it on target.
Yes, sure, there might be a good signs for Limerick in that. I mean, last week the first 2 attacks from Tipperary yielded 2 points. Today we 2 wides.
Joe Quaid pucking out towards Gary Kirby. Didn't make a connection. Frankie Carroll has it. Stepping away from the cover there. That's Conal Bonnar in the thick of the action. His brother Colm here. Colm with the clearance. Down towards Declan Ryan. Runs beyond Ryan. Mike Nash off the foot of Ryan this time. Comes back to him. The hand pass into space towards Nicky English. Good fetch by English. Thought about the layoff. Here goes for the first score. And that's put over the bar. Nicky English from Lattencullen in County Tipperary, the scorer. Nicky playing in his 10th Munster final this afternoon. This is where he took it down here. Declan Ryan with the hand pass neatly inside. English had the option of playing it for Liam Cowell. Went for the score himself. Well, he really is a genuine talent. Has been over the years, Nicky English, and already causing problems. It's Brian O'Mara. Down into the corner once again. Steve McDonagh will have his hands full against Nicky English, that you can be sure. Mike Houlihan has started operations at the centre of the field. People thought there might have been a switch. Brendan Cummins with the clearance. Taken down here by Gary Kirby. Hand passing outside towards Seán O'Neill. O'Neill is off target, well away to the left-hand side. Tense faces there on the Limerick bench this afternoon. It's going to be Brendan Cummins to puck this one out. In towards John Lahey. Will Lahey have the better of his match with Dave Clarke? Ciaran Carey. High one forward towards Damien Quigley. Broken down towards Mike Galligan. Swept away. Remi Ryan going back there. Leaves it behind to Owen O'Neill. Back towards Ryan. Looking for first point. And he gets it. TJ Ryan puts it over. The 2 number 15s getting the scores early on here. And it's a point apiece in this Guinness Munster final replay. Here it is again as it was played back by Owen O'Neill. Back to TJ Ryan. Did well. Got his shot in and got his